LOCKINONYOURSELFNDOMINAT until you WINBIG. Because distraction is the grave of the aimless, compromise the chain of the lost, and triumph belongs to those who fix their gaze inward with unrelenting force. You're not here to scatter your energy to the winds, to let others' paths bury your destiny. You're here to rise, to lock in on yourself, to dominate until you claim victory on a grand scale. Picture a boy named Benjamin Franklin, born in 1706 in Boston, Massachusetts, where grit shaped his restless youth, his hands stained with printer's ink, his spirit ablaze no hardship could extinguish. At 17, he faced poverty and scorn, his ambitions mocked, yet his resolve burned with a fire that refused to dim. That fire propelled him to sign the Declaration of Independence in 1776, redefine leadership. Your focus is your weapon while you wield it, or let it blunt in chaos. Feel that weapon ignite within you. Franklin's path isn't a distant murmur, it's a war cry shattering your distraction. Your mind is the first battlefield where power is forged, and right now you're letting it fracture. Your routing in scattered thoughts, the soul minus crushing noise that drains your will, comparisons that choke your drive, the failures that sneer your off course, silence them. Your mindset is your prison, it's your stronghold, and you've let it erode under the siege of external pull. Franklin didn't let poverty define him, he let it sharpen him. The Boston alleys, the printer's grime, the early rejections, they didn't break him, they honed him. Picture him at 15, in a dim shop, his hands black with ink, his brother's voice a harsh tart, focus. Then, while his mind blazed, dreaming of invention and influence, you're buried under the rubble of others' expectations. Scrape it up, hammer it into steel, and reclaim your throne. Rise each dawn with a focus that devours chaos, a will that melts every barrier into molten strength. Command your thoughts with the fury of a tempest. Turn every doubt into a badge of war. Then let your mindset be the crucible where your inner dominance ignites. You're not a slave to distraction, you're its conqueror, a titan destined to lock and unwin. Steel hardens with belief, the unshakable force that turns dreams into empires. Franklin believed in a future where his mind shaped a nation, where a printer's son could command history. At 17, dismissed by peers, he believed in his intellect, studying relentlessly, the flicker of a candle his guide, his hand scribbling every idea. That belief drove him to Philadelphia in 1723, his nights a whirlwind of effort, his faith a wildfire. By 1776, he believed in independence, signing the Declaration, his conviction a thunderclap. The world scoffed, called him a tradesman, a dreamer with no rank, but Franklin's resolve burned fiercer. It propelled him to a founding father, his legacy a beacon. You're letting skepticism erode you now, questioning your worth, fearing your dreams are too bold, drifting with the crowd's shadow that rust. Belief isn't a timid hope, it's a lightning strike that rends the earth, a certainty that pulls triumph to you like a tide. Believe you're a titan, a architect of destinies, a force of nature, and let that conviction roar through your veins, driving you with a momentum no diversion can halt. You're not here to waver, you're here to reign. Momentum sharpens with clarity, the piercing light that cuts through the haze of distraction. Franklin didn't chase every fleeting trade, he focused on one vision, mastering knowledge and building a legacy. After early printing struggles in the 1720s, he saw the floss-carried efforts would win greatness. He honed his clarity, perfecting his writings, his mind a blade slicing through noise. Picture him in 1747. At his lab, the air thick with experiments, his voice resolute, I own this path. Not chance. That clarity drove him to the Constitutional Convention in 1787, to a life that defied limits, his influence its tsunami. Yuri lost in the chaos, now scrolling endlessly, chasing other scripts, letting doubt shred your focus. Vault it. Define your aim with a precision that sets your spirit ablaze. A target so vivid you can feel its weight, taste its glory. Clarity isn't a gentle wish, it's your compass, your anchor in the storm. Franklin knew his course to you. Set it now, and let it guide you like a beacon piercing the blackest night. You're not here to drift, you're here to rule. Beacons ignite vision, the blazing horizon that turns ambition into legacy. Franklin saw a future where his ingenuity lifted a nation, where a Boston laborer could shape history, the vision so vast it dwarfed the skeptics. In 1729, after early setbacks, he envisioned leadership, a dream mocked by rivals who called him crude. Picture him in 1776, at Independence Hall, the room tense, his peers divided, the documents untested, yet his vision held, the future a promise of victory. That vision carried him through the 1782 wars, when exhaustion loomed. Through nights where he planned, the air thick with resolve. By 1790, his influence endured, the world his domain. Yuri stumbling in the dimness of distraction. Lift your eyes. See your future ablaze with glory. Every peak you'll conquer, every dream you'll seize, every realm you'll govern, as if it's already yours. Vision isn't a fleeting escape, it's the blueprint of your rise, the canvas you paint with your soul's inferno. Visualize it, breathe it, live it, because what you see with unshakable clarity, you'll conquer with relentless power. You're not here to dream, you're here to create. Power pulses with purpose, the heartbeat that drives every titan. Franklin's purpose wasn't wealth, it was to enlighten, to prove intellect could prevail. To unite a people. He saw his family as oil, the Boston struggles, the colonial chaos, and vowed to rise. That purpose fueled his 1718 apprenticeship, driving him to Philadelphia in 1723, battling despair. Picture him in 1776, at the signing, the air choked with revolution, his voice steady. We fight for freedom, a mission that rallied a nation. That purpose turned his life into a pillar of wisdom, its echoes a testament. You're searching for meaning now, waiting for purpose to strike, stop waiting. Unearth the flame in your core, the mission that sets your blood ablaze, the cause you'll defend when focus wavers. Purpose isn't a riddle to solve, it's the inferno that powers your charge, the war cry that resounds with every step. Find it. Let it consume you, because a life without purpose is a flicker in the wind, while yours is a blaze that will transform the world. You're not here to linger, you're here to ignite. Blazes demand discipline, the iron will that turns embers into empires. Franklin didn't rise with ease, he rose with discipline, working 16-hour days, pushing his mind and body to the brink. At 17, in printing, he disciplined himself to excel, his hand steady, his focus unyielding. In 1748, at his studies, he honed routines, his home of forged sleep a rarity. Picture him in 1776, at the Congress, the air thick with debate, his voice a decree, precision or ruin, the table his anvil. Yuri tempted by distraction, now the night's full, the endless scroll, the path of least resistance. Shatter it. Rise each morning with a warrior's rage. Carve your destiny with every disciplined strike. Let it be the spine of your ascent. Discipline isn't a fetter, it's your rebellion, the crown you seize when chaos falls. Master it, because discipline is the foundation of every dominator, and you were born to stand supreme. Foundations strike with action, the raw power that builds worlds from ashes. Franklin didn't just envision, he acted. Printing in 1723, inventing in 1747, leading in 1776. Yuri frozen by diversion, now failure looming. Judgment cutting, the unknown taunting. Break free. Charge with the fury of a cyclone. Every step a proclamation of your might. Every move a stone in your empire. Action isn't a hesitant scheme, it's the thunder that molds your reality, the hammer that forges your dominion. Strike now, because every moment you delay is a kingdom lost adrift. Your E not here to steam, your E here to conquer. Thunder glows with gratitude, the light that turns wounds into weapons. Franklin spoke of his trials with gratitude, not bitterness. The rejections taught him grit, the losses deepened his resolve, the criticism fueled his fire. He thanked his mentors, his community. Picture him in 1790, at his end, his voice soft. For those who built with me, you're recursing your battles now. Poverty that bites, heartbreak that stings, loss that lingers transform them. Every scar, every triumph, every breath, wear it as a warrior's medal, proof of your survival. Gratitude isn't frailty, it's the fire that turns your past into power. The lens that reveals the gold in your struggles. Embrace it, because the storms that forged you are the sparks that propel you higher. You're not here to begrudge, you're here to rise. Sparks bend with adaptability, the flow that turns obstacles into victories. When early ventures failed in the 1722s, Franklin adapted, mastering trade. In 1747, amid experiments, he adapted, refining inventions. The world shifts beneath you now, jobs vanish. Trends twist, life evolves, ride it. You're not a rock to shatter your rear river, carving new paths through stone. Adaptability isn't concession, it's your evolution, the skill that keeps you aloft. Flow, grow, because the future bows to those who adapt, and you were born to lead. You're not here to resist, you're here to reshape. Leadership thrives on resilience, the unbreakable core that turns pain into power. Franklin faced rejection, financial ruin, political storms, yet rose. Life will strike, betrayal will slice, failure will bruise, despair will claw where you shatter. No, you'll rise, tempered stronger, a king crowned by struggle. Resilience isn't mere survival, it's your reign, the force that turns scars into scepters. Stand tall, because you were born to dominate your storms. You're not here to fall, you're here to rise. Bring shatter the flaring, the hunger that keeps your edge lethal. Franklin didn't start as a sage, he learned it, mastering science, studying governance, growing through trials. He learns daily, pushing limits. You're resting on old wisdom. Ignite your thirst. Hunt knowledge like a predator, every lesson a blade, every era a forge. Learning isn't a chore, it's your evolution, the fire that keeps you ahead. Seek it, because those who cease learning tumble first. You're not here to stagnate, you're here to ascend. Ascension burns with purpose, revisited, the flame that breaks every chain. Franklin's purpose endured, guided him through crises. Hold fast, let it lead you. Your abyss is your destiny, lead. Flame forges resilience again, the steel that withstands every tempest. Franklin rose through rejections, wars, each star a victory. Rise, praying with resilience. Brains demand learning, the hunger that builds your legacy. Franklin's growth inspires. Resist, halt, and grow. Learning crowns you soar. Wisdom strikes with resilience, the force that turns blows to triumphs. Franklin's path proves resilience eternal. Conquer trials. Ruling pulses with learning, the edge that keeps you immortal. Franklin's thirst lifted him. Grow, fly. Flight ignites with focus locked. Victory seized. Franklin's journey lights the way. Your storm rise. Lock in on yourself. Dominate until you win big with the Titan's mind. A visionary's belief. A king's clarity. A creator's vision. A warrior's purpose. A ruler's discipline. A builder's action. A survivor's gratitude. A river's adaptability. A colossus's resilience. An eternal hunger for learning. Seize your triumph. Reign. Build, conquer. The world isn't where you rise now. Seize now. Blaze your path.